Hello everyone. In this video, we're going to be talking about how to set up your flute embouchure and how to make quality sound on the flute. By embouchure, where musicians refer to how you set up the instrument on your face. With the flute, we're going to start just by using the head joint, which is this piece right here with the hole. This is the part that you blow into, obviously, as you know from what we were doing in class this past week. So, to properly play the flute, take your head joint. Make sure that the hole is centered, not off to either side of your face, but right in the middle. And line up the hole with the red part of your bottom lip, where it starts to turn red. For me, that's about right here. Once you've done that, set it up, make sure everything's lined up properly, and just try blowing across the flute. Not down into the hole like that, or above the hole like that. Just keep your head straight. Keep the hole aligned with the red part of your lip, and just blow across while saying two. If you can't get a sound the first time you try it, or within the first few times you try it, experiment a little with where the hole is placed. It should be aligned with the red part of where the red part of your lip starts, but you may have had it turn too far out this way, or too far in this way, which will prevent you from getting a sound. Be careful as well that you don't let your head sag, and your top lip to cover the hole as well. Because if you accidentally let your top lip cover the hole, you can tell I'm having a much harder time getting any sound out whatsoever. So keep the hole, keep your lip off the hole, line up the hole with the bottom, with the red part of your bottom lip, and just say two as you push air across. Keep experimenting with that. Practice setting up and playing a note every time so that you can get used to where the flute should feel, and you can develop muscle memory of where you put it each time you play. In addition to that, there are a number of different exercises you can do to make things more interesting for yourself. We can play a couple different notes, and even some songs, just using this head joint, believe it or not. So as far as different notes go, we have this note. If I cover the end of the head joint, this is the part that connects to the rest of the flute. If I covered the end of the head joint and blow slowly across, I get a low sound. And, keeping this end covered, if I blow blow my air fast, I didn't do it perfectly that time, but you can hear that there's a high note as well. Let me try one more time. There we go. So you can see, there's the middle note, the high note, and the low note. There we go. See, I made the mistake that I'm sure some of us will have some inconsistencies with as well. I had it turn too far out away from my face. So, like I said, always be careful of that and check what you're doing. Use a mirror to practice so you can see how you're lining up. So, looking into my phone right now, which I'm using to film this, I can see where I'm placing the hole. I had it turn too far out, and I brought it back in. We can also play two more other things with just the head joint. Songs and sirens. I'm going to explain sirens first. Sirens. Take your index finger, and you can put it in the hole over here, the open end of the head joint. And you can start out by playing just a regular note. You can move your finger in and out of that open part of the head joint, and you can get a siren, almost like a slide whistle, if you've ever seen those. And, as mentioned, you can also play some basic songs on this as well, using the same technique of just moving your finger in and out of the head joint. As you know, that was Mary Had a Little Lamb. But that's just a small sample of the things that you can do. For this week, keep practicing with just the head joint mostly. I'm going to make a separate video for you about how to put the flute together, and then starting next week, we're going to start learning the notes with the whole flute together. But remember, line up the hole properly with the red part of your lip. Keep it centered on your face. Say 2 as you blow the air. This is what we call tonguing. And practice getting that sound out consistently.